That's all, folks.
Now you've done it. No, other way.
Hey guys, I'm finally making this video for you today. It's taken me a few days attempting this video. I made it yesterday, but I really hated just everything about it, the angles, the background stuff. I was in like this crazy funk for the last 2 days because I had to go out to the grocery store. Which has become like a terrifying thing nowadays because of this pandemic. I kind of was having like a panic attack at the grocery store almost because there were so many people there. The mask that's on was making me like super hot. It's Florida, it's very hot already and humid, and then I could like hear myself breathing in it. I was getting really hot and I just felt like I couldn't breathe. So that put me in a funk for like 2 days, and I was really trying to motivate myself yesterday, but
2 days earlier.
I'm trying to record today. It's not my day. I'm gonna make this video. I am. The last 2 days were really just so kind of got ready, was gonna do it, didn't do it. Tomorrow will be the day. Not a good time. So today's a new day. I decided I'm gonna make the video and it'll be okay. So I'm gonna make this video as short and sweet as possible because there are many other videos like this from many other creators and zoologists and animal professionals. So I'm gonna try to just keep it simple and short and sweet. So today's video is going to be about how I got animal experience and how I got into the zoological field and biological fields and animal industry as a whole. Now remember, my videos are always just personal experiences, opinions, and everything in between. So everyone has their own journey no matter what industry you go into. And if it's your passion, it will always work out. So the first tip I have for you if you're interested in getting to the animal industry is have pets. If you have pets from when you're younger or when you're older, this is a great way to kind of get an introductory feel for animals. Animals are an everyday thing, whether it's your career or just your personal hobby or anything else. There are no vacation days, there are no days off. It's every day, all the time, until that animal's life is over. And that's how it's supposed to be. So I think going into it with that mindset really helps you understand the responsibility that comes with it. When I was younger, I was able to have dogs, cats, hamsters, fish. That's pretty much it. I wasn't able to have any reptiles, so that's what I got into as I was older when I moved down to Florida. But this is a great way for you to kind of get a feel for animals, and if you really love it. This isn't an industry you should get into for the money because you're definitely not going to be a millionaire from it most of the time. It's a very competitive industry and you have to bring your own personality, your own experiences, and just your own passion to it, in my opinion. The second tip I have for you is to volunteer your time. Now, ideally, this would be at a point in your life when you're younger, maybe you live with your parents, maybe you don't have a lot of bills or responsibilities, because volunteering means giving your time away for free, and usually a lot of your time for free when it comes to animals. A lot of these places run on donations, they don't have a whole lot of money, and it costs a lot of money to take care of animals. I've worked with animals for the last 5 years hands-on, but in between that, I've worked a lot of other jobs to pay the bills because I was giving a lot of my time away for free, volunteering. I had to work a lot of jobs I hated. So the last 5 to 9 years, I've been working hospitality jobs at restaurants, I've been a bartender, and everything in between that I didn't really love, but it paid the bills and it allowed me to spend my free time working hands-on with animals. So this is definitely a reality, especially if you aren't as privileged to live in your parents' house or not have many bills. You have to really think about that. Now, along with this, you want to do your research on these facilities that are around you or that you're able to maybe get into, because there are reputable ones and there are unprofessional ones. So you want to make sure that you're involved with only reputable professionals. Now, unfortunately, depending where you live, it's going to be harder or maybe easier depending on how many conservation facilities or animal facilities are around you. But you could even start at dog and cat shelters because this industry is a lot about networking. So anywhere that you can get involved with others, not just animals, will really help you. Although there are many amazing facilities. There are some that are a little bit sketchy, so you definitely have to do your research. You don't want to brand your name to a facility that has a bad reputation, because just like your credit, when your reputation goes down, it's really hard to get it back in this field. This isn't like other industries. This isn't like your normal industries. This is a whole different ball game in a whole different world with a whole different type of people. Some people like to say that, well, I'm a scientist, I'm a professional, I'm into academics, I don't want to do anything with the hobby, I don't want to do anything with pet trade or commercial animals, anything like that. And they kind of want to section everything off. But the reality of this industry is that the lines are blurred. And these people collaborate with one another, the pet trade overlaps into conservation, and so on. It gets very complex, it's not just simple. So you want to make sure your reputation is clean all around and that you're networking with professionals. Now, unfortunately, that isn't always super possible because there aren't a million places that you can get your animal experience, especially hands-on experience with exotic species. So some people go to facilities that aren't as reputable, but that's the only place that they can get hands-on experience with animals like big cats, bears, crocodilians. All of these class 1 animals is what we call them down here in Florida, which are the most dangerous, which are your apex predators. And this is what you need in Florida, at least. It does vary state by state. A specific amount of hours working with the animal to be permitted yourself to eventually have them and own them for whatever reason. I don't judge people who go to these facilities to just get the hands-on animal experience, but my advice and personal opinion, don't be branding your name to a facility that isn't reputable, that isn't looked at professionally, because again, it's really hard to get that reputation back once it goes down. So yeah, tip 2 is to get involved and volunteer where you can. Do your research on what would be the best place for you. My third tip is to go to school. I have a degree in biology, specialized in zoology, and this has really helped my career and helped my life. There are pros and cons. There are some people who have been working hands-on with animals for decades and they don't have degrees and they are in those positions, but sometimes when you have a degree, it prioritizes you. Let's say you have 5 years experience hands-on with animals and the other person has 10 years experience but no degree. You have 5 years with the degree. They may go with you. Your education is something that nobody can take away from you, and I always encourage that, especially in the United States where we have such amazing privileges for our academics, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from. Now, if you're like me, I came down to Florida, it was kind of something I had to do on my own. So that's exactly what I did. I went online, filled out an application after I found the school that had the program I wanted. I applied online, there's usually an application fee, and then I went into the school. I talked to an academic advisor about financial aid, about everything that went on to being admitted into the school. And then I ended up getting financial aid, I ended up getting a couple scholarships, and that really helped carry me through the rest of my education in undergrad. School is something that can never be taken away from you, and the more you know, the more you work with professionals is going to help your resume astronomically. Now, once you're in school, I highly recommend that you partner with a professor doing research. When I was in school, I was really privileged to link up with a professor and a couple other students who were doing conservation reptile research, and this really helped add to my resume. This research was ongoing while I was doing my degree, so it helped my degree, it helped my experience in the field, it helped my experience working with real scientific team, it helped me learn field work, it helped me with so much, and it really carried me for a few years after I graduated. Because of that research that I was involved with, I got asked to do a couple talks, and it's something that will always be on my resume that helps out my overall career and overall experience as a scientist. So I would always encourage school if it's something that you're interested in or it's something possible for you. This isn't always the best route for everyone. School is definitely not for everyone. You could become a business owner, you could breed animals yourself and get the experience that way and go a whole different business route. Some people like to be sticking their nose up at the fact that people make money with animals, but it is an industry. You need to accept that fact from the beginning. It's always been an industry, it's always going to be an industry, so we should work on making it better. And that's where my opinions and my experiences come from, and that's what I hope to bring to anyone else who's interested in my perspective. The last tip that I have for you is to collaborate with others. This is a huge part of the animal industry now, it seems. You know, back in the day, you had to write letters to people, you had to read all the books, you had to dig up the articles and journals to get any information, you had to call up the zoos, talk to these people. But now we have the internet, we have unlimited unlimited resources. We have unlimited networking capabilities, so always collaborate with others, whether that's a social media thing or whether that's hands-on working with animals. It's always great to network with others, especially in this very small industry. Be careful on who you network with though, because not everybody is in it for the right reasons. And I think we should always strive to be the best that we can be to animals and to others in this industry. A lot of people like to say animals are better than people. Okay, that might be true, but in the industry, there's people. We have to work with other people, and we should try to be kind and genuine to others, especially when we're supposed to be fighting the good fight for animals at the end of the day. Collaborating with others is really, really important, again, because your reputation is at stake. You have to build your reputation, and then you have to protect your reputation. I've seen a lot of craziness happen in this industry when it comes to drama, and it's just something you don't want to be a part of. At the end of the day, if animals are your passion, then your journey will come naturally and it will work out. It's definitely not easy, it's very competitive, the pay is not very well, and there are some unexpected obstacles along the way in a niche field like this. These are just bits and pieces of a journey that I'm still on myself. I'm really just starting, but you will get to the place you need to be if this is your passion and your dream. Don't give up. I hope to help bring my own perspectives and make it a bit of a safer place for others who are wanting to come up in this industry, especially the youngins. We really need you and we really want you here, and I hope that you stick it out and you find your passions, your exact purpose, and what you want to do in this field. I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, and I will be hearing from you soon. Thanks again. I made this video based on an Instagram poll from you guys. I said, what should my next video be? Either experience with animals or my experience as a first-year teacher in a public school, so that will be my next video. And I hope you stay tuned for it. Thanks for checking this one out, and I will see you guys next time. Also, this shirt is from the Turtle Conservancy, which is an amazing conservation group doing incredible work all over the world to stop any and all turtle and tortoise extinctions. If you're looking for a wonderful facility to support, the Turtle Conservancy is definitely one of them to get involved with, to donate to, or to just represent like this. Thanks for checking this video out, and I will talk to you guys later.